What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Billy Joe Saunders. Saunders hasn't started camp properly yet for the Canelo fight because he has the flu, and it's still heavy. Billy Joe Saunders, to start to training camp for the most important fight of his career, has been delayed due to a bout with the flu. The unbeaten WBO super middleweight champ revealed that information Friday during an appearance of AK and Barack show, which streams weekdays on DAZN. Saunders stated that he hasn't trained for 10 days by the time that the interview was conducted, but he added that he was looking forward to starting his serious preparation soon for his 12-round, 168 title unification against Canelo Alvarez. Mexico's Alvarez, of course, is 55, 1-2, and 37, and England's Saunders is 30 and 0 with 14 KOs. Are scheduled to meet May 8th at a site to be determined in the United States. He says, "I think obviously everyone knows I've got to be the best," Saunders told AK and Barack. "But you know I'm pushing for time now. 10 days off training. I've got the flu. Not in shape. I'm still heavy. I'm still, not started camp properly yet." Sanders responded sarcastically when Bees asked if, considered the delayed starting of camp, he'll have enough time to prepare properly for a fight scheduled to take place 8 weeks from Saturday. He says, "No, I don't have enough time," Saunders said. "But I'm just going to go over there and pick and check up and go home. Pick a checkup. I'm just going to go over there and pick a checkup and go home. And that's about it." Wow. He said, "There's one thing with me. If I get beat or if I win a fight, never will I make an excuse. Or even if there was an excuse," Saunders says, "from my end, there's zero excuses. If I'm not good enough to beat Alvarez on the 8th, I'm never going to be good enough to beat him." Now, let me counterpunch. First of all, it's unfortunate that this comes about. But another unfortunate thing is the fact that now there is a set-in excuse. If you're already 10 days off of training, that was the whole thing for not taking the fight last year, because he wanted enough time. Caleb Plant wanted enough time. So the thing was, I'm not going to put my O on the line just to pick up a check and get beat. Now you're saying, hey, I don't have enough time. If you don't have enough time, why are you going in there? Because the moment Canelo beats you, then if he beats him convincingly and he looks slow or looks sluggish or he doesn't look like himself or anything out of the ordinary with Billy Joe Saunders occurs, this is going to be brought up. The flu. I have the heavy flu, 10 days away. No, I'm pushing for time. I know Billy Joe is sarcastic at times, but this is not a good thing to be sarcastic about, because as soon as he gets beat, he'll be beaten. Even if he doesn't mention it, other people will mention it for him. This is a pre-mention. I'm mentioning this because I want everyone to know what's going on with me. So in case I do lose, I will have an excuse. That will be my excuse that I'm manly or proud enough not to mention, but I can mention it before. It's almost like insurance of an excuse. Excuse insurance. That's what it sounds like to me. And it doesn't sound good. First of all, I hate that he has the flu. I hope he gets better, because he could always came down with the coronavirus. And then at that point, you got to stop everything. Cancel Christmas, and especially cancel Cinco de Mayo, because that's where it's going to be on. But he has the flu, okay, but what do? I do hope at this point he's able to make a good enough account of himself. But I do question how he worded it. I don't like that. He said, if I'm not good enough to beat Alvarez on the 8th, I'm never going to be good enough to beat him. Okay, well, you can't say that and then say, no, I don't have enough time. Because people are going to say, well, hey, he didn't have enough time to even prepare because he had the flu. So what do you want from this guy? That's what it's going to come off like. And I like Billy Joe and everything like that. But I think, he should have kept this either to himself or not said it at all to anybody. But this day and age, if you cough wrong, people think he got the coronavirus. So maybe he did that just not to scare people, or spook people. But who the hell wants the flu either? Nobody wants the EBGB. So it's bad. But no, this is definitely a hurdle for Billy Joe, because it's always, if it's not one thing, it's another. So I hope he does, get well and he's able to fight him at 100%, because that's what he's going to need to beat someone like Canelo. Let's face it. If you can't beat the man in the ring, it's hell to beat him outside the ring with the politics. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's. So you have to be prepared in one aspect if you're not control of the other. So the best he can do is be prepared inside the ring, so he can do and make a big or the best impression of himself, representation of himself. But having the flu and then you're 10 days out, that pushes it. And that only causes you to stress. That only causes people to look and to worry and to have concern about what's really going to happen that night if you don't have the proper training. But it looks bad all the way around. You guys tell me what you think of Billy Joe Saunders having the flu and hasn't been able to train as of yet. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.